Yay, I got my camera to work. Hi. Hi, everyone. Welcome in. Beautiful, beautiful souls. Welcome in. We're doing some coloring and some chatting. I do have the comments on, but they're on moderation. So feel free to comment, and I will check back later today and approve comments and that sort of thing. I'm very happy to have you here this afternoon. I'm trying to loosen up with my coloring a little bit. We're doing a Disney princess today. We're doing Cinderella. I have to admit my eyes are not as sharp as they once were in the olden days because I'm having some difficulties with some of these fine points. And I'm going to be really honest with you, it makes me a little sad. There's nothing about aging so far that's made me too sad, but the eyes stuff. Yeah, that's not so good. I don't like it. I don't like it. I mean, all the other stuff I can deal with. I even have like ways that I can improve it and stuff, I mean, like creaks and groans and knee stuff and all that, doing some body strengthening and some stamina and all of that stuff goes a long way. But like with my eyesight, there aren't like sit-ups for the eyes really. I mean, I suppose if I Googled it, there probably are, but you know what I mean. Anyway, not to start this video off all depressing or anything. How are you today? I hope you are well. I hope you are feeling good. I hope you can take a deep breath. I hope you have a drink. I keep forgetting to bring a drink to the table when I do this, but I think about it every time. I'm like, oh, this would be a really good time to have like a nice chai latte. Maybe some pineapple juice. I like pineapple juice and I don't drink it very often. So, something. Put your feet up, get a craft project out. I know my friend Kim has been doing that. She sends me her pictures at the end, like what she worked on while we're coloring. And I love that because it's just sort of a connection point, It's a place where we can be together in this crazy, crazy world. Right? I have got on in the background today, I've got the Main Street music from Magic Kingdom. It's a new playlist for me, so I don't know, it may go into commercials, but I don't mind as much on this as I do when I'm doing the readings. It drives me crazy if I'm doing the readings and it goes to a commercial just because it pulls me out of the reading. It's no bueno. But on this, it won't be so bad because I'm just babbling. And speaking of the readings, for those of you that are watching the readings and that know me and have been messaging me and stuff, thank you so much for your very kind and very positive feedback. And even the few of you who've donated to the channel too, I bought 4 new decks this week because of you all. So I thank you. Thank you all so much. This channel is the craziest dream that I didn't know I had. And, I thought that this channel looked differently. I've been trying to put a YouTube channel together for years, and I just always thought that it looked differently than it seems to be turning out to be. But I couldn't be happier. This is great. This is authentic. This is real, We're going to have fun here together. And, and we're going to learn things, and we're going to support one another. It's going to be good times. I'm doing her earring here, and I just thought I got the cutest. I'll have to try to remember to show you the cutest Jacques and Gus Gus earrings. If you're not familiar with Cinderella, those are the mice. They're so cute. I don't wear them that often because I usually wear my hair down and then you can't see them anyway. But one of these days I'm going to put my hair in a ponytail and put those earrings on. They are just so... Oh, here they are right here. Look. Gus and Shock. Oh, there. Oh, wait. Here. They're up here too. Wait. I will pull it closer. I mean, it's just their outline. But there they are. And just like, seriously, the cutest earrings ever. I like the Main Street music. Not only did I work on Main Street back at Disneyland, so it's kind of very nostalgic music for me, but it just, I find it comforting. I've spent a lot of time on Main Street because, Main Street tends to be like least crowded much of the time, unless there's a parade going by. And I've just really I've really grown to love the energy of Main Street, the nostalgia of it, the quiet of it, it's a slow moving vibe on Main Street. I appreciate that. You can separate. I find, like, especially if you're an energy person, you'll probably get this. I find on Main Street you can separate from the frenetic energy that most of the people bring into the parks on Main Street, because Main Street has its own energy. I mean, all the lands do, but Main Street just has this really nice, quiet, like, sit back and relax. It's gonna be good. It's all gonna be good. I am, as we speak, updating my Sims game on my laptop. I'm going to play a little bit tonight. I haven't played for a few months, to be honest with you. Big Sim player. Sims 4 is what I'm playing these days, but I've been a huge fan of The Sims since it came out, really. Actually, that's not entirely true, because I couldn't afford it when it first came out. I think it came out in 2000. I remember looking at it in the game stores all the time and wishing I had money to buy it. And I couldn't afford it. But eventually I did get it. I think I got it on discount when Sims 2 came out, is effectively what happened. But anyway, Sims, I just love it. If you've never played it, it's like Barbies for grown-ups. It's like, virtual reality Barbies. But anyway, I had done something with my guides last year where I had done actually the whole year. They had me playing specific challenges with the game and stuff, and by the time I finished, I was so, like, ready for a break. But yeah, the last couple of weeks or so I've been thinking a lot about the game, and I've been, like, kind of missing it. Nostalgia again. That's probably what got me thinking about it in the first place in this conversation. Because, yeah, I felt nostalgic for it. So I think later tonight, after I get all the stuff done I need to get done in a day, I think I'm gonna play The Sims for a little while. I think you have to make time in your life for play. I think, as we get older, we tend to forget that, and we stop playing because there's so much to do. There's so much work, and there's always something that needs handled. You know what I mean? And I think that we too often just straight up forget about play. And so I think finding ways to play, and I think finding some quiet ways to play is good too. I mean, like, aside from going to Disney, which can be playtime, like coloring, crafting, playing The Sims, something that's just kind of personal and quiet but playful. I think that's a good energy to kind of release into your space. I know one of the things I've been doing, because I've been talking a lot in the readings about creativity, like needing to reignite creativity in your life. So, I always take the readings very seriously for myself too. It's like, I figured, if nobody else is watching those readings, I'm certainly watching them, so I might as well take the advice to heart. I've been trying to kind of work on my creativity. The coloring was part of that. I bring in the coloring in, and once I started coloring, I realized how kind of stiff I've gotten. I've been having trouble coloring, and I'm an artist from the time I was very young. I've always drawn and colored and painted murals, but I got to tell you, when I pulled out these coloring books, I was very stiff. I'm still stiff, but I can feel it moving in a direction. Well, that's good. And I've also started cooking again. I cooked a few meals this week for myself, like actual meals, not like, just grab a piece of ham and cheese out of the fridge and put it together or anything like that. I mean, like actual meals. I did a really nice pasta meal yesterday. I always loved cooking. I haven't done it much in the last decade, to be honest with you, because when I was in the first place I lived when I moved to Orlando, there wasn't it was a studio apartment kind of thing. So it was like, the kitchen and the bedroom and the living room were all right there. So it's like, effectively, I had a stovetop, I had no oven, I had a microwave, and I had a counter probably about the size of this coloring book. So I made the best of it, but, I wasn't able to cook too much there, obviously. And then, when we moved in here with Amy, kitchens are personal to me. And so that's been one area that I've had a hard time moving into and sharing, because I feel like it's Amy's kitchen. You know, even though Amy's not a big cook and or anything like that, but she does do most of the cooking for our family at this point, though. Um, but it's an area I've had a hard time moving into. So this week's been good for me in that. We've got a lot of really interesting energy coming astrologically this week, or well, actually next week, starting Sunday. We've got, oh, the sun just went down. Hopefully you all can still see me. It didn't go down, but it went behind a cloud. But yeah, astrologically, we have some interesting energy coming. We've got the sun conjunct Pluto on Sunday. We got Mercury retrograde coming on Friday, but that's Mercury retrograde. It is what it is. It is going to add to the Venus retrograde that's still going on. That energy is going to kind of double down. Relationships are definitely under a spotlight and a microscope right now. But Sunday, the sun is going to conjunct Pluto. Pluto is the planet of death and rebirth, and the sun is the planet of your ego and your identity. So if there is some like diehard habits and things that you're wanting to change, this is really good energy for that. Really great. Like if it's health stuff, diet stuff, if it's a new job, anything like that you've been really wanting to change and trying to change, but you feel like you've been really stuck. This energy could really loosen that up. But the big news is coming next week on Wednesday. We have Uranus is going direct, which is always big. It usually causes earthquakes or tsunamis or volcanoes, and it always seems to cause a natural disaster of some sort when it changes directions. But the other part of it is our nodes are moving. The nodes of the moon are moving from Gemini and Scorpio, where they've been for the last year and a half, into Taurus. No, I lied to you. It's Gemini and Sagittarius into Scorpio and Taurus. South node's going to be in Scorpio. The North node's going to be in Taurus. It's going to be an interesting time. I mean, it just collectively, the nodes are destiny. It's soul work. It's where we're kind of all heading together as a collective and individually. And, Scorpio and Sagittarius are very different energies. Sagittarius rules international travel. And I think that's, one of the reasons why, international travel has been so compressed over the last year and a half. It started almost immediately when the South Node went into Sagittarius. But Sagittarius is a sign of our beliefs and, how we've all been struggling with, what do we believe? Everybody's kind of got two sides of the story. Some people believe this and some people believe that. So I think belief systems have been very challenged with the South Node there. It's also adventure, it's publishing, it's international travel, like I said. But with the South Node moving into Scorpio, Scorpio is a much darker sign. It's the taboo. It's the secrets. So it'll be interesting to me to see over the next year and a half what kind of like really big secrets might come out of closets. Could be scary if you have big secrets in your closet, but otherwise I think it could be very freeing, especially collectively. And then with our North Node going into Taurus, Taurus is ruled by Venus, who is currently retrograde, so there's that aspect. But Taurus is ruled by Venus, which is beauty and wealth and projects, and in Taurus it's very earthy. It's a very earthy. Venus rules Taurus and Libra, but in Taurus it's very earthy. So it's like your home life, the things that you value, the things that you find beauty in, all of that. That's where the North Node is going to be. So I think we're going to be redefining a lot of those aspects over the next year and a half. And I'm kind of excited about that. I'm also really looking forward to being able to go back to Disney. I haven't been since right before Christmas. Part of it was blockout dates and crowds, but part of it's just also just what's going on out there in the planet, in Orlando specifically. We're very germy people here in Orlando, apparently. And I just like to play it on the safe side. I don't like to risk my health. So I've been staying home quite a bit since mid-December again, and I feel like that's starting to loosen up. I totally outside the lines there. I think that's starting to loosen up. So I'm kind of looking forward to going back to Disney, maybe some SeaWorld. I'm always talking about branching out to Universal, and I never do. Maybe this is the year I actually branch out to Universal. I've actually not been to Universal Orlando like ever in my life. I live 20 minutes from it. Never been. So I might do that this year. That'll be fun and exciting and new and different. Definitely want to get SeaWorld back in my circle of things. I love being around the animals out there. That kind of a thing. Music, live music at Disney Springs. I love that so much of the music has come back. So I'm looking forward to that. Oh my gosh, the art festival. It starts next week, I think. I think it's next Friday that the art festival actually gets officially underway at Epcot. That is my favorite festival. I'm going to say it's my favorite festival because I can't decide between that one and Christmas, to be honest, the holiday festivals. But I'm going to say Festival of the Arts is my favorite. I'm going to call it right here. You heard it first. You're all excited, right? I'm going to call it because I love all the artists that are there and all the shops that the little booths that open up. The sidewalk chalk fascinates me. There's always new and fun things to find and discover out there at the Festival of the Arts. And that Figment popcorn bucket this year, oh my God, I love Figment. He's adorable. So that's gonna be really fun. I'm looking forward to that. They usually bring in some good music for the Festival of Arts too, plus the Broadway series. Oh my God, do you love the Broadway series? Comments are on now. They're just moderated. Let me know. Have you seen the Broadway series? Do you love it? Because I love it. I particularly love, what is it? Ashley Brown and Josh Strickland? Maybe those are their names. I think those are their names. You'd think I would know since I love them so much, but I'm apparently a terrible person and horrible with names. But oh my gosh, their performances are always great. Oh, but then again, so is the ones from The Lion King. Kissy Simmons? Is that the... Oh, I'm so bad with names. I probably need to shut up so I'm not massacring people's names. They're all good. All the performers are so good. I'm also interested to see how that Moana walkthrough exhibit comes into being. The construction's really moving along on it quickly. I'm going to try... This is my thing with Disney this year. This is what I'm going to attempt to do. I was having a long meditation on this the other day because y'all know, I mean, Disney's been a part of my heart since I was 5 years old. So my entire life, Disney's been there. And I love it. And because of that, it absolutely literally breaks my heart. It makes me very angry to see what's happening with the company. And I get very frustrated and so sad. And when I go out there, it's kind of ruined my experience because I just see the magic dying. But fact of the matter is, I am not a wealthy person. I cannot afford to travel the entire world. What I can't afford is an annual pass, and I live 5 minutes from the park. I mean, like literally, I can see the castle. If I lean over on the balcony far enough, I can actually see the top of the castle. So this is my world. This is where I have to play. This is what I have loved most of my life. So I'm going to go out there this year, and I think what I'm going to do video-wise, I am going to look for the things that I still love that are there. And it's not that I'm going to ignore the rest. I'm not going to be in denial, but I'm going to focus on that stuff. And I don't even care if that's a bee pollinating a freaking bush of flowers. If that's what I think is magical that day, that's what I'm going to film. And I think this channel is going to suit that kind of videoing better because, with the other channels, I was very Disney focused and people expected Disney. Here, people, hopefully anyway, you expect more life, spirituality, obviously the tarot. Disney is just sort of a side thing, which gives me a lot of freedom to kind of do whatever I want with it. To do more, like, I keep thinking about there's a shop in Epcot that the ceiling is amazing. It's just the way it's decorated is so cool. If I want to go and just film that and talk about how amazing that is, and that's the whole dang video, then that's what it's going to be. I'm going to loosen up, y'all. This is the year of loosening up. We're starting with the coloring and moving into the videos. I am going to loosen up. Just enjoy life more because, yes, we have more challenges coming this year, but when don't we? When don't we have challenges? It's going to be okay. We're going to get through it. Light wins in the end. I believe that. There is not a good color of purple in this entire thing. I need new markers. I mean, these are new, but I need like more colors, I think. There aren't any good skin tones in here either. I was looking at some the other day. Oh, I should look in the other markers I have, but the other ones are the alcohol markers, and they kind of tend to bleed a bit more. But I think there are more skin tone color choices in here. Comes in a nice, look at the nice little case they came in. But they're weird and kind of uncomfortable in my hand as I use them. Plus, they tend to bleed. Like right now, this probably hasn't bled through. Yeah, it hasn't. But I think this will. But that being said, I'm going to use this anyway. And woo, there went my colors. And I'm going to do a little work here on her skin. We are at about the 20-minute mark, so I'm going to wrap it up. But yeah, like I said, comments are on, so let me know down in the comments what y'all think about anything we discussed. Astrology, tarot, Disney, life. Tell me how you're doing. Tell me what's up with you. Oh, I hope you're well. I hope you're blessed. I hope that you can see the positive in things in your life right now and see the beauty around you. And that's, you know, that's a good way to put what I want to do with the Disney video situation is it's like, let's look at the beauty around us, you know, let's start seeing it again, because I think that we've been so waylaid for so long and, you know, inundated with so much. And there's, you know, like I said, I get it. There's a lot more coming. I did these colors backwards. Oops. Now she looks like she's got a weird skin defect, but that's all right. Like I said, we've been waylaid for long enough, and yes, there are challenges coming, but we need to get out of the small box I think that we've condensed ourselves into and start living again, carefully, of course, mindfully always, but just starting to breathe again and starting to live again and starting to find our happiness and our joy again. Because when we do that, we spread it to everybody else. You know, we spread it out to our friends and our family. And if we're on social media, you know, we have a bigger platform, we spread it on out to the rest of the world. You know, it's a good thing. I do not get this color. But it, you know, it's a positive thing. We need to be the source of light as we go into this year of 2022. You know, we need to be the source of the light for the people around us and for ourselves, quite frankly, you know. I don't know why, but painting this is making me think of Paris, Disney Paris. Maybe as I was thinking about the new hotel. Well, not new hotel, but they're redoing the Disneyland hotel. That's where I've stayed every time I've been, and I would recommend that hotel wholeheartedly. I don't even think staying anywhere else is worth it. Spoiled much? Yes. But it's going under a princess renovation for the next 2 years. They're totally redoing the hotel and giving it a princess theme. Actually, I think all in all, I think it'll be a nice switch, because that hotel is nice, but its decor was a bit lacking for Americans, let's put it that way, because we have different standards, particularly of our Disney, you know. We just do. We have a different expectation, if you will, of what our Disney stuff is going to look like. So I feel like this is probably a good improvement. I wasn't crazy for what they did to the New Yorker hotel with this Marvel stuff, but then again, I'm not a big Marvel fan, so that could be why. Oh, that was a bad mistake, but anyway, whatever. All right, y'all. We're at 25 minutes, and I try not to hold you too long, especially since you can't actually, it's not live yet. But on that note, if you're watching this, if this interested you at all, if these conversations interest you at all, if you would be so kind as to subscribe, like, share, do all of those things, because I want to grow the channel. We need to get to 1,000 subscribers before I can add live content. And going out at Disney, I would like to do some lives for you again. We always had such a good time doing that. And I would like to do this live a few times a week with you all so that we can actually chat back and forth while we color or craft or whatever it is. We're building a community here. It's going to be, I want to bring what we had with the Ohana more based in a life situation. And maybe that's not what everybody wants, but that's what's true for my heart. That's what's true for me. That's what I'm able to bring and to give this year in 2022. So your subscriptions and your generosity with your likes and shares is greatly appreciated. I'm sending you my love. I'm hoping that you have a blessed day. As I'm recording this, it's midweek. So I hope your week finishes strong and you have a peaceful, wonderful weekend. And I will see you guys on the next video.